So I have been debating what to do with the wall that will have the three doors embedded into, okay? I really don't want it to be exactly or, movie accurate. You always want to think outside the box. Therefore, I think I'm going with perhaps giving a cobblestone texture on it, and then the doors, and then of course paint it and give it some weathering and all the other good stuff. Okay, now for that, a buddy of mine at work, he actually made a small 3D print of a cobblestone pattern. All right, I intend to use this on this piece of foam. So this is the first time I'm actually using this type of 3D pattern. So I went ahead and practiced a little bit on another piece of foam, and this is kind of the result that I got. So I actually did not use a hammer and a piece of wood earlier. All I did was press on and it came out with the pattern. So perhaps I'll go with that. Then I'll come back with the hot wire gun and go ahead and make deeper incisions just for the cobblestone to pop out. So I think that's the pattern that I'm going to go for. So I'm actually going to do that off camera on the other. So as I mentioned earlier, I was going to do the pattern off camera, and using my hot gun, I was able to make deeper incisions, okay, on the form. I think it came out pretty cool. I mean, I wanted to give the appearance of cobblestone, but that's really not the case here. But it still is giving me that rocky texture that I'm going to be able to work with later on as I go ahead and approach it with some more details later down the line. Now, I did make the 3 incisions for the doors and was able to cut those pieces out. I had to be very firm with this part of the carving because, of course, this is not that strong, so it could easily break as you're making the cuts using your box cutter or your X-Acto knife. But I should be able to insert the doors now. Now, the only problem I have with these doors is that they open towards the inside, not towards the outside. I believe in the movie that's actually how they open. So, I wanted actually the opening to come the other way around. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the way they were designed. So I can live with that. The next thing I would do is actually black wash everything and start giving the doors some detail. Well, using this acrylic gesso, I'm going to plaster a smooth coat all around and on top of these corners, all right? Once that is applied, I will use some of this gravel, okay? Nice little rocks broken into shreds here, making it look like gravel. Give a thin coat of it around, okay, just to give it that rocky texture. I will let it dry, then I will come back and apply a nice black wash, black paint with some Mod Podge mixed. Let that dry, and then I will come back and start doing the dry brushing and some air brushing. So let's go ahead and start with the gesso, okay? And see how it pans out. black wash has been applied. It's nothing but black paint, water, and a little Mod Podge, and it's looking great. I like the way the texture came out. So now I'm ready to start adding paint. So I'm going to be painting each individual item separately, since they are going to have different color tones and whatnot. So I think it looks great. I think it looks really good. Okay, of course the doors is a separate project. Okay, so I'm using 4 different variations of brown or beige. I got mocha, acrylic, coffee bean. I have a regular, this one says beach cumber or something like that, and a little bit of acrylic copper. Okay, well, I'm actually mixing all of these, and you know, I have little mixes here. So I'm just creating a pattern on the wood floor just to give it different variations of aged brown, and thus far I think it's coming out pretty good. So with every project or base that I create, in the bottom I always like to place a piece of foam board or poster board or that sort of thing, you know, just to protect whatever surface they place the project on. Okay, the measurements for this base in particular is going to be, I believe, 10.5 by 13 inches. So I already made my measurements, so I'm going to go ahead and trace a line here. Okay, with my trusty pencil. All right, so check that out. Pretty neat. Put that to the side. And here is my base. And of course, okay, it's gonna go something like this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on here. And then what I'll do, I'll go ahead and come back with black paint and paint all around and get rid of all this white. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that off camera. So I gave a coat of brown to the doors, okay, but that's not the color that I want. I just use this as a base or a primer, so to speak. I kind of use this surface primer right there, mixed it up with this acrylic brown. So just to make up time, I did it off camera. So I'm going to mix these 2 colors, white and beige, and right here. And what I'll try to do is dry brush over it and give it that old, you know, weathering type, you know, just to give the door some wear and tear. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some paint in this right here and mix it up. This is the first time I'm actually trying this, so who knows? Hopefully I'll get the effect that I want. You never know. Sometimes you just be mixing stuff in. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and where's my mixer? And my wife downstairs is singing. So kind of the color that I was looking for. So I'll be using some of this chip and medium, all right, and put it on the surface, let it dry, and then go with a brush and try to get that effect that I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest off camera.